Welcome to the deep dive. So you're looking to understand the IELTS speaking test better.
Yeah, seems like a lot of people are.
Definitely. We've got a full mock test script here, and the plan today is really to break it down.
Give you the essence of it, right? What each part is actually testing.
Exactly. Kind of a shortcut to figuring out what you need to be ready for.
Sounds good. We can highlight those key skills they're looking for in each section.
Perfect. Okay, let's kick off with part one, the introduction and interview bit.
Right, the first 4 to 5 minutes. It's designed to ease the candidate in.
Ease them in, yes, but it's more than just chit-chat, isn't it? Even with these simple personal questions.
Oh, absolutely. Examiners are listening right away. They're assessing, how you handle turns in conversation.
Your fluency, sort of straight off the bat.
Yeah, fluency under a bit of pressure, pronunciation of everyday words. It sets the groundwork.
Okay, so what kind of topics are we talking about? The mock test mentions.
The usual suspects, really. Work or study is very common.
Oh.
Your hometown and leisure time.
Things you should know well.
Precisely. It's predictable on purpose. It gives you a fair chance to show you can speak naturally on familiar ground, get comfortable.
So things like, why did you choose your job? Or what do you like about your studies?
Or describing your hometown, maybe landmarks, is it a good place to live, that sort of thing.
And leisure time, what you do for fun, if you prefer being alone or with others.
Yeah. It's all about showing clear communication on everyday topics, basic interaction skills.
So for someone preparing, the focus here isn't complex grammar yet.
Not primarily, no. It's more about smooth, coherent speech in a conversational way.
Got it. Okay, moving on then. Part two. This sounds a bit more challenging. The long turn, the cue card section.
It is step up, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a topic card, a minute to think and make notes.
Just 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. Then you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic.
That really tests your ability to structure thoughts, I guess, and speak, well, at length.
Exactly. Organizing ideas logically,
Yeah.
using descriptive language. That's what they're listening for here.
The example in our mock test is, describe a memorable trip you took.
Right. And the prompts guide you. Where you went, who with, what you did.
And crucially, why it was memorable.
Yes, that why part is often where you can show more range.
So this isn't just recalling facts. You're building a small story, almost.
Kinda, yeah. Showing coherence over a longer stretch of speech, like a mini presentation.
That 1 minute prep time seems critical, then. Any quick tips for using it well?
Good point. Don't write sentences. Just keywords for each prompt on the card.
Like bullet points.
Exactly. Triggers to help you remember what to say and elaborate. And maybe spend a bit more thought on the why. It adds depth.
Makes sense. Okay, so after that individual task, we hit part three, the discussion.
Right. And this links back to the part 2 topic, but goes broader, more abstract.
So sticking with the travel theme from the cue card.
Yes. The discussion might explore why people travel in general. The wider impact of tourism, positive and negative.
So less about your trip, more about travel as a concept.
Precisely. Maybe even the future of travel, technology's role, things like that.
So the skills being tested shift again here. It's about opinions, analysis.
Definitely. Expressing and justifying opinions, discussing broader issues, engaging properly with the examiner's questions. It's a deeper conversation.
This is where you'd show more complex language and reasoning ability, perhaps.
That's the idea. It's not just stating views, but backing them up with reasons, maybe examples. More like an academic discussion, in a way.
Okay, interesting progression. So let's quickly recap the whole structure based on this mock test.
Sure. You start with the personal interview, the warm-up.
Part one. Then part two, the long turn, your extended talk on a specific topic.
And finally, part 3, the discussion, which gets more abstract and analytical, linked to part 2's theme.
And the overall goal is to test different kinds of speaking skills.
Right. From basic interaction to organizing a longer piece of speech to discussing complex ideas.
Which brings us to a final thought, maybe for our listeners to ponder. Given this very structured three-part approach, what do we think are the strengths, but also maybe the limitations of using a standardized test like this to judge someone's real-world communication ability?
That's a really interesting question. How well does this controlled environment predict actual spontaneous conversation?
Yeah. Something to think about. Does this format capture everything or miss certain aspects of communication? Food for thought as you prepare.